Hey everybody, it's Miss Shaw, and today, if you've seen this shirt before, I did a making seafood bisque, and so right now it is still being made. It's simmering, it's cooking and stuff. So, earlier today actually, I made a small pan of brownies. Now, I like whipped cream on my brownies. And I used to go to a grocery store and get a cake with whipped cream frosting. Sorry, the sun is out, so it's coming in. So you're going to get a glare. I'll try to move this some, so maybe. Okay, not as much glare. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is make whipped cream frosting. Now, depending on how much or how little, that's my mom's area. I'm not going to show that. This is my cooking area. Okay, so I'll move in a little bit. So depending on how much or how little frosting you're making, the recipe I found online to make whipped cream frosting was 1 cup of confectionery sugar for 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Now I'm making a small pan, so I am cutting that recipe in half. Now, the original recipe is for like 1 layer of cake. So if you're making a big cake, you'll of course maybe have to double it or triple it. Okay? I'm cutting it in half. So in 3rd grade, you had to learn how to convert fractions. The reason being is so like what we're doing here. We're taking a recipe and we're cutting it in half, okay? So the first thing we're going to need is the confectionery sugar. Now, instead of doing a full cup, I'm going to what? So if I have a hole and I'm going to cut it into 2 pieces, so I have 2 equal pieces, how much of the hole am I going to have? Think of your pizza. Think of it, and we cut it. I'm going to take this, right, half. Okay? So I'm going to take half of a cup of confectionery sugar. Now, I grabbed not a half a cup, but a 1/4 of a cup. So, what is a 1/4? Let's think in our heads. We're taking a circle, kind of a pizza, and we're cutting into 4 pieces. So think of what you're doing as cutting or making a pizza, okay? Right now I'm also finishing up with the seafood bisque. And it's almost done. I'm going to turn that down, okay? So, half of a half. If you saw my lesson earlier on when I made chicken noodle soup, I kind of gave you the answer. So if we took a half and we moved it together, and then we're going to take that half and split into half, how much are we going to have? It's kind of like we're going to take and just split it in half. A 1/4. Now, usually paper and all that stuff will help. Sorry, I'm not going to do all of that. Okay? So a half of a half is a 1/4. It's 1/4, okay? So, I'm going to do a half a cup, and because to make a half a cup using a 1/4 of a cup, we're going to use 2. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the heavy cream. Now, originally it said 2 cups of heavy cream, but I'm only doing half of it. So if we take 2 and we're going to split it in half, I'm taking 1 of them. What do I have left? 1. So it'll be 1 cup. So I'm putting a cup of the heavy cream in there. Now, this has to have some flavoring to it. And let me see. Oh, I got my imitation vanilla. Now, this one, I don't want to dirty up anything. So, it usually says 1 tablespoon. If you want to do your own, you can get a tablespoon and do it and do a half. I'm going to let you see this a little bit. Hopefully you can. If not, move it closer. I'm looking at this. Let me see if it'll be better if I bring the shade down. There. That seems a little bit better. Okay. I think, I can move this back some. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down. I think you can see it. If you can't, I apologize. I'm trying my best so you can see. I'm going to look down. Oh, okay, yes, you should be able to see it. Just my thing. So I'm going to do a half a teaspoon. Now, I'm not measuring it, so I'm going to guess what a half teaspoon is. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so I'm just guessing at a half. Okay. So make sure the cream's in there. Now, this is making whipped cream frosting. So you're going to take your beaters and you're going to put them in here, okay? And you're going to first start on number 1, okay? To kind of get it mixed up. I hope you can hear me through this, okay? So first we want to get it mixed up, okay? This is a great method for if you're making a cake, you put everything in there, you just need to mix it. This is a great mixing. Now, it's going all over the place too. The next thing we got to do is we got to whip it, so we got to bring it all the way up slowly. And all you're really doing is you're just mixing it around. You're adding air into the mix, okay? Now, some people have a blender, okay? You can put all this in there and have it whipped up and make your own whipped cream in a blender. I don't like that too much because then it's really, really tough to get the whipped cream out and then you have to clean it and stuff. Now, here's how you can tell if the whipped cream's done. This is still in liquid form. If it turns, like right now, this is still liquid form. It moves around. You want it thick. Okay? And I'm slowly bringing it up. This time I'm doing it in real time. When I did the seafood dish, I didn't do it. I did the beginning of it, and then that was it. And I brought everything together. I just kind of told people what it is. Okay. So this is starting to become more of a whipped cream. But it is still in liquid. It's still mostly liquid. So we just have to continue whipping it up. It's getting there. It's almost there, okay? Now how can you tell? Well, when you start seeing these little things right here, that's the beginning of it. It's almost done. Oh, and when you can see a lot of, like, we call waves or ripples, then you know you're starting to get to the end. Now, the thing of it is you don't want to overdo it. So when it kind of looks like there's like a ton of ripples, yeah, okay, this is done. So I'm going to gently bring it up, and then I'm going to slowly turn it over. Okay, and here, it's not so liquidy, it's mostly solid, okay? That's when you know it's done, okay? So I'm going to bring myself down here. So now we've just made whipped cream frosting, okay? So if you love whipped cream and you like it in a frosting, this is the way to do it. And it was really easy, and it took me to get everything done, about 10 minutes. Okay, and a lot of it was just whipping it up. Okay, so I'm going to move this up so you can see me and stuff. I'll be putting it on my brownies I made, and we are all done. So if you, I'll be in here a little bit. If you were with me and you've seen my upload of seafood bisque, or if not, I want to show you what the bisque looks like, okay? So I'm going to undo it, unplug my, but move this over because I'm going to use that later. And grab a, I was going to put that in my mouth, but my mom's going to lick it later, or maybe I will, because I love whipped cream. Okay? And I'm going to show you with my computer, because I'm actually on the computer. I'm trying. This right here, that's my seafood bisque, okay? It has a lot of bubbles, okay? Got to put it down because I need to stir it some. Okay. And it seems like it's gotten a lot thicker and creamier. Okay. And I didn't add any corn or anything to it. My mom and I are going to have this in a few hours for dinner and stuff. So I'm going to ask her if she wants me to put corn in it. And if she does, then I'll just add the corn and then wait a little bit. Usually I'll add it ahead of time. But so if you've seen my bisque one, or if you haven't, you've just seen the end of it. So we are all set. You take care of yourself. And I love you. Be safe. Stay healthy. And I hope to see you back in school soon, guys. And if we're not, well, you'll see more of me cooking. Take care. Bye.